Hello, Mruga. Welcome back to our office.
Thank you.
Rather, your office.
Well, yes.
Now, tell me, you are in last more than 3 years. You are in Canada.
Yes.
You are on a PR visa.
Yes.
You are also a certified violin teacher.
Registered. Yes.
Registered teacher. Okay. Now you are interacting with Canadian people also. I want to know how is your interaction with Canadian people. Have you ever felt any kind of discrimination, any kind of harsh treatment, something like that?
None that has scarred me for life, but I really like Canada. I've visited a lot of countries and I've traveled a lot before I decided that I did want to move to Canada. So by far I love Canada and I love its people and I love the atmosphere that I feel as soon as I land in Canada. So it's very friendly, very warm, especially because I live in a small town. The community is so strong. It's fantastic. I love it there.
Okay, give me just one example about the warmth of the Canadian people with whom you are interacted.
So, well, with one story that comes to my mind that I can remember right now isn't something that happened to me, but I was volunteering for International Welcome Week this one time, and one of the international students was stunned or surprised really, and when I saw her, I asked her what happened because it was just her second or third day. And she said, I was just sitting at the bus stop and this man was sitting there, this elderly gentleman was already sitting there, and I sat next to him and I was minding my own business on my phone, and he looked at me, he smiled, I smiled back at him, and they started talking, how are you, how is it going? And this guy was so friendly, and he found this, he just told, like he got to know that she just arrived in Wolfville in Canada, and he got really friendly, so he started telling her when he arrived in Canada and his whole story of how he ended up in Wolfville and what he does for a living, just in that 10-15 minute interaction before the bus came to pick them both up. And when she came back from her bus ride, she was telling me she would never have expected this in her country, just someone random telling her about his whole life story. It was amazing. It was amazing for me to hear.
That's really great. See, I'm having a number of migrants who are planning to go to Canada. They are always having some apprehensions that they are landing in a strange country. There will be people from so many other countries. So how will be their interaction with them? Here in India, almost everybody is Indian. In Canada, you will be finding people from Pakistan also, from Sri Lanka also, from USA also, from European countries also, from African countries also. So there is a mix of different cultures, different kind of a upbringing. So how they will be surviving in such kind of environment? That is kind of a apprehension, kind of a fear they are having in their mind.
It's definitely a different atmosphere, and if you're going as an immigrant, I guess you're just going to have to adapt to the culture there. I feel like we in India also live in a very multicultural setting, just with the amount of religions that we have here. Their religion is converted into people from other places.
Right.
In the sense that everyone has a different background, a different attitude towards life, but you're all adapting to live in the same community together. So in terms of survival, I think the only thing, at least for Indians, it will be food. I don't think you have to worry about people. No one's going to be mean to you unless you're mean to them, I guess. But food is difficult. Food you have to make your own.
I mean to say vegetarian food.
Vegetarian food, if you're a vegetarian, well, it depends. If you want to eat out, there can be expensive vegetarian restaurants, but it will be hard, unless there's an Indian store around, it'll be hard to get all the Indian spices and then Indian cooking and everything. That's one of them. And the second thing is, if you're not used to the winter, you just need to get acclimatized to it. And it doesn't get cold suddenly, it does gradually get cold, but you just have to make sure that you have good winter clothing.
So your workplace is protected, your home is protected, your car is protected, even there is a weather -40 degrees temperature, life is going on.
Yes, survival of the fittest.
Very good, very good. I'm thankful to you for sharing your insight to us.
Thank you.
I hope all this insight will help my future migrants. Thank you, Mruga.
Thanks.